All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to more Shining the Holy Ark, and a continuing trend of streams that seem to be starting later and later. I don't even know if I have a set time anymore to start anything. It's been kind of a busy week, and I don't know how long we'll be able to be on tonight, but we'll try to make a bit of a dent here. We ended up finishing the well, which was one whole dungeon. We ended up getting the key. You know, despite playing for quite a bit last time, we didn't really make a whole lot of progress. That is not the exit. We need to go out the other side. So they want me to go to the Aborigine Forest, which we can once I pull open the map, of course. Lots and lots and lots of stuff. So 1, 2, 3 gin. Yeah, to get to the Aborigine Mansion, you need the gold key. So technically, we could have gone here. We didn't have to go to Enrich first, but we wouldn't have been able to get to the area we wanted to get to without the key. Okay, I have no idea what enemies are going to be coming from where. Let's see. So A is empty. Okay, so the Aborigine Mountain is down to the left-hand side. We will get back to that. I'm doing okay, just very, very, very tired, Hikaru. Basically worked my entire birthday. And then I, because of the fact that everybody who wants to talk to me on my birthday needed to wait till I was done with work, I couldn't go immediately to stream because I wanted to make sure I was able to talk with everybody who wanted to wish me well, and then retire to actually be able to do this. It's today. It's technically still going. It's still happening. It's not quite over yet, despite how over the day feels. Thank you. Let me go ahead and allow the swearing. It is my birthday after all. Yeah, it's tough. Like, historically, my birthday almost always falls on a day of the week where I'm going to be working, so I don't really get to do much on it. It'll have to be celebrated on the weekend. But how's life been with you? Hopefully hopefully your day was not filled with work. Oh, it's your friend's birthdays. Whoa, 500 bits. Thank you so much. I try to always make a purchase for the game channel with any funds I get during the stream. I try to invest it back into whatever I can. But I really, really appreciate it. And thank you for stopping by. Is this what we want? Do I want to open the crypt? I don't see what could go wrong with that. A McDouble? I don't even know what McDonald's stuff costs. I haven't been there in ages. Cool, huh? Good critical. Damage from the normal attack. We shouldn't be surprised anymore. That was a wake-up call, that last dungeon we were in. I normally don't go the fast food route. I'll either go Thai food, Vietnamese, sometimes Chinese food, but if I get Chinese food, I like to get the spicy chicken with the long red peppers, and then like divide that across several days, and then like the leftover red peppers that are in there, they're usually like 5 dozen of them. Usually that comes with an order, so I'll spread them on various things throughout the week. Yeah, I definitely like to have a lot of food that I do prefer spice. Although I am sensitive to it, ironically. So it may not be the best thing for me to have. But Indian buffet every weekend is normally what I do. But like fast food, I don't even know what I'd like fast food wise. It's been a while. I know I used to do Taco Bell all the time when I was in high school, a long time ago. C is that way. They really make you feel it every time you open something in this game. Oh, now that I think about it, how am I doing with my inventory? I may need to actually start dumping stuff. I never sold when I was back in Enrich. Literally have one space. Okay, that's fine. Angel Wing over there. I'll skip that. Power shields to the left. S and G. They're right next to each other? I guess we'll go that way then. Q is an enemy. Leprechaun this way? Leprechaun this way. Leprechaun that way. I do. I tend to really like it. But yeah, I don't really do a whole lot of fast food. Other than that, I do a lot of pickup, that's for sure. I don't do a whole lot of like food delivery though. I don't really Grubhub or Uber much. I prefer to just go out and pick it up for myself. Leprechaun. So that was that part of the map. Let's go back down. Where am I now? H is empty. We don't want that. I is an enemy. We definitely don't want that. J is an incubus. Where is that? So we need to go up this way. Wrong one. I thought it was on the rightmost one. I think it must have been part of whenever I was rotating the camera. Ooh, group attack. Probably the next fight we take after this one, we'll probably want to heal everyone up. Yes, this should be a non-monster one, according to this map. think we've had a lot of people coming out of the ground, which makes sense considering this is a tomb area. So we've got Krupus. Oh, hello. That was from above. Okay. Yep, we're healing after this. Attack increased by 20. Not the best EXP by any measure. It does have nice screams, Mackenzel, you're right. Welcome. Definitely some spooky crypt music here. We are in the Aborigine Forest, which has the mansion we need to go to that we got the key that we spent like 3 hours in a dungeon to get. But we are picking up some items and things from this area before we get to the actual mansion itself. I am not in Australia. But I think our character might be. We got a steel sword. I think we already have that a copy of that, and this is just going to be like one we can sell, right? Oh, we have a long sword. Oh, it's just better. Yeah, I want it. Let's see. We need to start tossing things or using them. Yeah, Arthur's definitely in Australia. We'll give Arthur an herb, so we have another inventory spot. L is empty, M on this map is empty, N is a chainmail, P is empty. Can we only get to that? We can only get to that by going through... Okay, so it doesn't... These areas don't connect, so we need to go back. Yeah, so we need to go down. And make our way to the corner. Now the only trade-off is, I don't know if my weapon's gonna have like the same critical strength or not, or what kind of a critical animation my weapon will have, but if we deal 50 damage a slice, it may not matter. That was a huge upgrade with that sword. Heck, if I had detoured to this area before I made it to the sewer, that might have helped. Although these enemies are kind of rough too, considering they have group hitting magic also, just like the sewer. 71 damage with our weapon unleash. Melody leveled up. Hellblast magic is now level 3. We'll have to avail ourselves of that just to see how that does. I won't heal yet. We'll wait till we're a little bit further along. I think we need to go like this, then this way, and that way. Maneater. Poison, huh? Okay, it said with its poisonous fangs, but thankfully it did not poison. So this goes this way. We need to go up. We'll try the Hell Blast just to have an idea. It didn't let me select a target, so perhaps it's hitting everybody. Hell Blast level 3. Yep, it hits everybody. Arthur is poisoned. Okay, I guess that's how it's gonna be. We'll have to feel the poison outside of battle. This is just gonna take too much work. That way we have another inventory spot free, and then we can go ahead and have her heal level 2 herself. And then we'll make our way over to the chainmail. Then there's only one quick detour to get the power shield and fairy, and then we can go to the actual story dungeon we need to go to. N is the chainmail, so we need to open this. There's a lot of ones with enemies inside, so the ones that are here are particularly rewarding, which I'm glad for. What? What? Have I been lied to? Give me something. O says it's an enemy, but there's nothing here to look at. Am I not at the... Oh, I must be at M. I must be at M. I can't... There's... That must be... Y. Melody dodged. Arthur's poisoned again. We got an antidote drop? Well, okay. Works for me. Yeah, that was M on the map. So N is going to be over here. This one is the one that has the chainmail. And then we can make our way back. It is worse. Can anybody use it? I think I already know the answer to that question, but I need to know. Yeah. So it is just free money. There's nothing down the other way, so we'll just go back. And then this way. Always have to be ready with the timing for the summoned creatures. Luckily, they seem to prioritize enemies coming out of the ground, so being on the rightmost one seems to be effective. There was the twin heads, though, dropped from the ceiling. And quite frankly, I'll run if I fight another one of those. They seem to be the worst ones here. I'm curious about the power shield. It seems like an artifact. Okay, so almost back to the entrance. With us going back here. Yeah, so we can go like this. Wait, how did I end up over here? I took a serious wrong turn. So now that we're back over here... Yeah, this is the way we need to go to get to the... We're almost at the last two things I need to collect before we can actually progress. I'll use Arthur's return spell to go back to Enrich, and then we can just walk from the entrance all the way to the left, which is going to have the mansion. There's no items to pick up along the way, it's just a straight shot to the mansion. I think that's the plan. Plus we have so much stuff we need to sell. Our items are just overflowing, and there's no storage. We don't have a fourth party member either to carry the extra stuff. Arthur's level 17. And Rhodey's level 16. Spider Thread is now level 2. I think that's the only heal I'll do for right now. Left? I think... Yeah. Because that's F on the map, meaning we're like 5 tiles away from where we need to be. One encounter before we get there, though. Power attack. And that was enough to make it a 2-round fight. Okay. This is going to be Fairy Peony, and then to the left is going to be the Power Shield. And then we can immediately warp out. Because we're done with the forest. We just need to go to the Aborigine Mansion. As far as give... Let's give the chainmail to Melody. Because I have a feeling we're going to need the shield. Yeah, that looks like an artifact. Let's take a look at it. Armor. It's just a flat 4 increase to defense. Doesn't look like it does anything beyond that, but it does mean we can sell our large shield. Let's go ahead and warp. Return. So back to Enrich. To the store. Then we'll go to the inn, then we'll go to the church, and then we'll actually go to the dungeon proper. Sell. Large shield for 300. And then the long sword for 712. And we'll sell 1 herb. Meanwhile, we'll have her sell the chainmail for 525 gold. 1 herb. Not gonna need this many level 2 antidotes. Just because her antidote is at level 2 spell-wise. And then finally, we don't need 6 herbs. So we'll sell 2 of those. Alright, fairy powder from his inventory. So now we've got a lot more space to work with. So we'll go ahead and leave here, go to the inn, rest up, go to the church, go back to the forest. Only this time, there's significantly less chance I'm going to get lost. While I'm at it, I think I'll go ahead and pull open the map for the Aborigine Mansion. Yeah, because I bypassed an Angel Wing. I don't really worry about that. Oh, there's a Graveyard Catacombs. Oh, but I have to complete the Aborigine Mansion first before I can access the Graveyard Catacombs, so I don't have to worry about that part of the map at all. Mansion it is. Mansion map. 2 floors. 2 bosses. Okay, this will be a pretty involved place then. I don't know what the bosses are, but the guide says boss 1, boss 2, at least with the map. So the Twin Head does drop a steel glove and the Ghoul drops a robe according to the guide here. I think we have a steel glove already. I don't think I'm worried about that. Leprechaun 5. So there's 3 Djinn in the next area. Battle armor from the Skull Warrior. Okay. Let's go ahead and continue. Moonwalk on out of here. We've got backup herbs, we've got potions in case we need to conserve MP. We don't have any real way of healing MP though, so we have to be very, very, very cautious with how much MP we use. It's not the... I keep doing this. We gotta go out the other side. It's tough going through Enrich because it is just so laggy. Okay, so the mansion's going to be strictly to the left, so we'll go forward, right, up and over, left. Yeah. I think we can handle this one. I didn't have the fairy ready to spring from the right. Aborigine Mansion. Ooh, the Reaper. I remember you from the sewer. The well, rather. He has Blaze too, I think. Well, if he does, he's not using it. He attacked for 1 damage. Next area has more Mithril. Red versus the black doors that are listed on this map. I don't know. I'm assuming, I guess black means they're just decorative doors. You can actually go inside them. Okay, so we're in the mansion. Cool. Doors firmly closed, not for long. Gold key. Check the door, it's a magnificent door. You knew what I wanted to do. Why are you doing this to me? Okay, so we're in the mansion. Several red doors that will be locked. These doors will require the old key. The green doors are not locked, but will need to be rammed. Okay, so there's a green door there. Okay. Black door. They're not actually saying what the black door is. I guess the black ones are just yes. I guess the black ones are just like regular doors, and just to indicate that they're doors. There's nothing problematic about them, I guess. So if I can go to B, which is a leprechaun. So let's do that before we go up the stairs? Question mark. We'll just go to the store. Okay. Well, I am going to assign phasers to this one in case something jumps out of the right. They did not. Check the clock pendulum, and that is going to give us Leprechaun Zircon. And then we can go back to the hallway area. R is a druid robe. Q is an enemy. Yeah, these maps are lifesavers. Granted, the fact that the game keeps track, makes you build your own map, is really, really nice. Although in a first-person dungeon crawler, I would hope they do it. Okay, so this one, we don't want to go left yet. We'll go in here. P is an arcane book. What? Nothing interesting about what? What have I? Do I just catch you? They're making it seem like I can check this area and get the arcane book. Let me see, let me check the guide. Let's see if it mentions the arcane book. Stuff will float. Use the holy water to make it go away. Okay, so I need an item I don't have yet. That makes sense. 1 second. Back up. Where's the holy water? Holy water. O. O is... What? What? How am I getting there? It looks like it's past a boss, unless there's a separate way to get to it. I need the old key for the red door. Where are the old keys at? Old keys in G. G can be... Okay. Wow. So, this is like the third area we really need to be traveling down. Okay, we've got to go back to the start. Although technically, I guess we can go down this hallway. Just because this isn't going to require dealing with spooky stuff. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of backtracking we gotta do here. This is gonna be a lengthy one. So we have to track down, they want us to do the holy water. Do they want us to do the holy water before the key? Is that right? It doesn't seem... Actually, no, it's not possible because staircase 2 leads to an area with the that's blocked off by the old key. Yeah, any way you look at it, yeah, you've got to get the old key comes first. Chest is a monster, so I will not be getting it. Mirage. I don't know if I want to use Hellblast yet. I'm super nervous about the bosses, but I'll use lightning. This is Druid's Robe, which I believe is going to go right over to Melody. Breath defense up. Oh, I'll say it's 12 extra breath defense, and it's 9 regular defense. We'll have her equip it because it's just better. Now we'll go back to the other area and deal with getting the old key. Back to the start, go up the staircase. So now that we're on floor 1, we need to go down this way to get to the old key. Go through here. M is an enemy, so we don't want to take the fork. We'll go past it. D is an okay, so there's going to be an incubus in this hallway. Yes, the best defense against breath. Or it can just protect you against other people's bad breath. I like this enemy's design. There's a lot going on here. Skull Warrior. Four damage. Thankfully, Arthur is the one who keeps getting targeted, and his defense is the highest. Skull Warrior is the one, I think, according to the guide, that actually drops what I'm assuming is a better armor. But we're not going to sit here and grind it. Oh, too far. I mean, I suppose that's logical. So L leads to a steel suit, but it's blocked by the old key. C is mithril, T is a clock key. But we can only get to that area if we get the arcane book. So I can't actually do any of this stuff, it seems, down this area until I get the clock key. This one's locked. Okay, this is the one I think the store's only going to open with the clock key, I think is how it works. Because it's not listed as an old key door. So this... Oh no, this one... No, I'm looking the wrong way. The door that's supposed to be regular open is on this hallway. But it looks like we're coming up on the door we need to ram. It seems like Enrich is going to be our hub town for a while. Timing must have been awful. I think we probably ought to use the spells. Saber, I'm doing fine. Just tired. Had a little bit of a late start to the stream just because it's been a longer day. Trying to make my way through Shining the Holy Ark. We went through the Aborigine Forest. We're in the mansion now, which looks to be pretty involved. Just a lot of item pickups and things we need to do to be able to access different parts of the area. So C, mithril. Yeah, I've been commenting on that. I don't know if it's my Saturn or if it's just like all games. Because it feels like everything I play has been kind of slow. and sluggish on this. And I don't know if it just comes with the territory or if it comes with the satiator. You know, it could be any number of things. It may not be the Holy Ark itself, but it definitely feels sluggish. It's still enjoyable. But it seemed like, even though like Golden Sun had like lengthy animations with some of their things, you could kind of like mash through some of the damage. You can hear, but it's still kind of bulky and slow. I do think summoning the Lingering Ghost is really cool, but the animation is so long. Yeah, so to get the clock, you have to come back. For right now, we need to go this way. Looks like the doorknob has been broken. I guess you're just supposed to know you're supposed to ram into it 7 times. I have no idea. So 3 goes over here. So now we're back on the first floor. E is... Okay, so we have access to a succubus on this floor. So we need to go back this way. I guess we'll get ready to hit the leftmost one in case something jumps out the left corner. Nope. Somewhere in the hallway there's a succubus. Back a couple spaces. Probably this. No, it's not that. Looks like it's lined up with 3, so it's gotta be this one. Okay, it was here. This doesn't look like any... It looks like it's a tile off from what the map is telling me. So this has the succubus, and it is Orlia. So we'll look at the map here. I don't see anything down this hallway. It looks like a dead end. Once you get to the door here. Let's see what we got. Table. Nothing interesting. Well, the map would seem to indicate that, but I couldn't tell if it was like something I needed to push. Okay, our leprechaun's doing like 44 damage now because of the ones we've got. It's because we got the leprechaun, Zircon in the clock. There's Blaze 2. We knew it was gonna come. We'll heal after. Okay, so that's that. Now that everything is all reoriented there, if we go down here, dead end, F is a broadsword, we'll get that. Interesting, because this does not appear to be listed as a green door. Okay, so this is a broadsword. I doubt it's for me. Yeah, it's gonna be for Rhodey. Because I was like, I just got a sword. 13 more attack. We'll give that to Rhodey for sure. Okay, worth getting. So now we're back in the hallway. Hover left just in case something springs out. Coming up to Old Key. Oh. Isn't that... Didn't we meet him in Desire Village? Yes, it is him, Basso, the Dragon Warrior. What is he doing in this place? You're Rhodey's group. To think you'd be here. What? I mean, where is this? I came down the passage under the coffin and was going through some kind of maze then. We're the ones with questions that need answers. How did you get into this mansion when nobody else could? The mansion. Yeah, it looks like one. Then him. That's impossible. Him? Who are you talking about? You're not making any sense. I guess I have to start from the beginning. So listen. You guys left Desire Village, right? Well, we came after you and followed all the way to Enrich. Once there, we started collecting information in the town and heard that you had gone into the castle, but no one knew what happened to you after that. So Lisa and I discussed the situation, then decided that Lisa would try to sneak into the royal chamber, while I would investigate here. So it came out here, but as a rumor, the door wouldn't open. I couldn't just give up that easily, so I decided to check out the graveyard and the forest beyond. There I found stairs inside the stone coffin. Going down, I found myself in some sort of maze or catacombs. Venturing on, I encountered a stone door, and then it appeared. That monster. With that dreadful light in its eyes. With unbelievable power, it attacked me, and I was no match against it. If it was too powerful for you, a dragon warrior, to stand against, what could it be? It is probably Golem. He is the master of this mansion and has lived here for over 200 years. He is the one we came to confront. Let me tell you, don't do it. You have no chance of winning. I don't believe anyone can defeat that. We came here to see the master of the mansion at Sabatos' request. Our destiny begins here. No matter what obstacles may be in our way, we will not retreat. We can only move forward. You came here on Sage Sabatos' behest. That man sent you here where that horrible monster resides? I can tell from your words that you are very determined. There must be a good reason. Okay, I'll try not to stop you. Instead, I have a favor to ask. Take me with you. Every time I think of that monster, my body trembles. I'm scared. I've never experienced this before. If I run away, I'll be a coward for life. That's why I have to face him again. Dragon Warrior Basso has joined our party. Alright, let's check you out. You are level 10. No wonder you got beat and left to a mansion. So you do equip the axe, iron shell, chainmail, iron brace. So I guess the steel brace drop does matter for him. Let's take a look at magic menu. Do you have any? No. Well, now that I look closer, he has no MP, so he's strictly physical. Attack 88. I mean, considering his level is 10 and his attack is 88, it's pretty good. Okay, so that takes care of that. Let's keep going to get the old key. There is Old Key. So Old Key, we can even open up the one to door 1. 8, we can get H, which is a royal crest. I don't know what that is, but we'll get it. It may be important. In addition to all this fetch questing we're doing, there are 2 bosses in this place. So at some point I have to figure out, like, whether or not I need to egress out. So Old Key has been used. We're now in here. Royal Crest. Increases magic, defense, and luck. Does it replace something, or is it an addition? Oh, I can't even use it. That's fine. Oh, Basso can use it. Gives him 15 more magic defense and 5 luck. Sure, then. So he gets an upgrade. S is... Okay, the locked door up to the north is blocking an enemy. I don't think I need to deal with that. I can walk down. Item L is a steel suit. Yeah. Yeah. I think I want that. Also, boss 1 is being blocked. J is that way, which is a silver tiara. So we definitely wanna loot the chest for like the armors and everything else we can before we go to the boss door. It may also be worth it to get Basso leveled a bit. So if I go to the north, let me see. It's a potion, so that locked door blocks a potion. North. A is a fairy powder. 2 we ignored because it was locked. We don't need any of that. R is the Druid's Robe, which I think we picked up. Yeah, we picked that up. Holy Water is really close. So we'll go up the stairs. Yeah, we can get that right this second, actually. J in the corner. Silver Tiara. Which we're going to need for her. So that is 3 extra defense for Melody. And then we can go back out the way we came. If we go to the north, N enemy, O, K is a power staff. Basso's first battle. Oh, double attack. Missed. We'll take our first break once we pick up the holy water. Boy, his power attacks. Extremely lengthy animation. Okay. Item U is a gravity stone. Interesting. So first order of business, we'll go right. Because the way that it's looking is we're kind of close to done with this dungeon. We do need to take the boss on. We do need to go back and handle the stuff with the with using the holy water on the book. That way we can go ahead and get several of the items that we need here, including the clock key. Ooh, I thought it was coming from above. So there is our power staff. For Melody. Okay. And then let's go to get the holy water and then take our first break. Not a fan of Blaze 2. In terms of like our dragon lizard type creatures, I vastly prefer Grizz from Albert Odyssey, also on the Saturn. Just because like his anti-status, like innate immunities made him like really valuable, especially for like the one boss fight where like he paralyzed everybody except him because he was immune. That was the only reason we won that fight, by the way. That's why he's like my favorite character in Albert Odyssey. Gotta kind of top off our HP here a little bit. Just because we did take 2 Blaze 2s. Alright, I think that's enough. Let's go back. Left. Yeah, we'll go back. Yeah, if we keep going forward, we fight the boss. I'm not ready yet. There's things we need to get, including the armor. Yep, this is why we healed. I feel like until we get like a heal level 3, we are basically not going to be able to party heal for a while. Have to painstakingly do this individually. Which we don't want to keep getting these because we still have to fight the boss. There's still a boss to fight. We don't want to use all of our MP for heal 1. Let me see. Track down the holy water. With it, head over to the haunted room. Why Why is this door not letting me... Hold on. Let me see. Let me type in holy water in the guide. Okay, more to the west is another room. Go inside, search the west side, say yes, get holy water. What? What? Okay, let me take a look. Now we can open the east door. The green door may need to be broken down with a run, while red one need the old key. Okay, search northwest corner for a silver tiara. The silver tiara was J. That was the room we just did. Leave room, go north, continue to the west. North path leads to another chest ghost, which is N. They're making it sound like I can just walk in here and go inside. Thank you for the hydrate. I can't just go inside though. What on earth? How to get holy water shining the holy ark. Locate the holy water. Head to the second floor 2F using the key. Search the room with the statue of Zod. Search the room with the statue of Zod. They haven't listed the boss yet, so this is before I can get to the boss? The room with the statue of Zod. More to the west is another room. Go inside, search the west side. It's not what I wanted. Let me see if I can run. Oh. You wanna know what the problem was? I was facing north. I thought I was facing west. Statue of Zod. Do I want to take the bottle of holy water? Okay. Well, that was... But wait a minute. Then the one to the north... Wait! That raises so many questions, because the one to the north on this map is a ramming door, and I ran into it like a billion times, and it didn't open. Granted, there's an enemy in there, but it's really weird that it just won't open. In any event, I'm not going to keep going back and forth like a battering ram. Thankfully, it is just a random enemy. I will be back. Let me hydrate all of you. I shall return shortly, and then with the holy water, we'll go down to the first floor. We'll go ahead and get that arcane book. We'll put it in its place. We'll get the clock key. And that's necessary to fight the first boss. So this is all mandatory stuff I need to do. Be right back. Alright, sorry to keep everyone waiting. So we got the holy water, which means we are on our way back to the staircase, I believe, because the book we need to, I guess, exercise is going to be on the first floor. And we are currently on floor 2. So the plan is... And I need to stop saying that because there's so many times where it just doesn't work out. But the plan is to try to stream Deltarune Chapter 5 tomorrow. As usual, I'm not going to have an inordinate amount of time to be able to try it. So we're looking at it being probably, if I'm lucky, I'll get done with work around 3:30. Ideally, I'll have 2 hours and 45 minutes to play around with. But since when are things ideal around here? But we'll see what we can do. The weekend's going to be difficult because we are going to be celebrating with my birthday and my mother's, since her birthday is on Friday. And Friday proper is a hard day to celebrate it just because of my schedule alone. If we can celebrate it early, that'd be great. But realistically speaking, it sounds like we're going to try to do most of our celebration on Saturday. So I don't know, because we haven't really fleshed out anything in terms of like what events and what things we're going to try to do. But if I end up having to cancel, if Saturday stream ends up not happening, that's the reason why. But Wednesday should still happen. Probably from like 3:30 to like 6:30 or something thereafter. Right now there are 4 people who have no-hit Chapter 5. One of them's done all bosses, all recruits already, which is insane. I think a lot of us thought it was going to be Gone. Gone got the first no-hit Chapter 5 proper. Has a one-hit all bosses, all recruits, the very last fan of the Flowery Gerona. I mean, it was a pretty devastating way to lose it. Almost became the first. Like, that's basically the last opportunity to lose the run there is. Unless you screw up on a Mega Flowery. But he's still trying. I know he'll get it. He was like the first person to no-hit 1 through 4. And by 1 through 4, I mean like a full, at that time, the God run. Now the God run's gonna be even more insane because Chapter 5 itself, in terms of difficulty, is, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if it's harder than learning. I mean, I think it's harder than learning Flowey. What did I just... Where am I going? How did I get here? All I was trying to do was get to the... I think what happened is when that encounter happened, it spun me around 90 degrees. It did. It spun me around 90 degrees. I'm like, this is a long way to the door. What's going on? Okay, so holy water. So we're going to go ahead and shining the holy water over here. Okay, book is right there on the table. So there's the arcane book. The book... We need to go back to floor 2. Because of course we do. So back this way. I hear that there's like basically new technology for like the rotating box attack for pink in chapter 5 if I ever feel insane enough to do all bosses. I don't. If it were like 2021 pandemic time again, you know, I feel like I'd have the time to try to grind for it. I just don't right now. I arguably don't even have time to do what I'm doing right now with chapter 5. But the one hit I got is both promising and scary. I would have rather I not got a one hit. I'd rather have gotten like a 2 or a 3. We've not taken a single run to Castle Top yet, which is really kind of where I'd like to have a run go. Which means basically going through the right and left side of the castle. Because the only hit I took in my one hit was attack 4 of blue and yellow. Because I basically didn't undulate on the top, I just kind of stood still. Which was pretty stupid in hindsight. Okay, bookshelf. Where do I actually use the book? Place the arcane book on the shelf. Will it be a conspicuous looking shelf? Yes, it will. Okay, so possessions. There's our clock key. So we are ready to fight a boss, aren't we? So we'll go ahead and go here. The good news is we can just go up and then forward, right, 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 left, and then we're at the boss room. Getting more used to the Jinn being summoned here and like where they are and what they do. It's funny, they're not as versatile as Golden Sun, but they're still extremely useful. Extra gold, extra money, extra damage. You don't get to get like summons, you don't have classes that are being modified. We haven't lucked out with the Skull Warrior dropping the battle armor or whatever it's called. Apparently it must be a rare drop. Melody is level 17. Okay, time for the boss room. Which means we get to hear for a while. So that must be where we use the clock key. Okay. Very good. Very good. We inserted the key and began to turn it. There's the sound of a door being locked. Time Warrior. Actually, he has a new weapon. We'll just do a normal attack. Aimed at Basso. This is a two-part move? 35 damage. Okay. We'll use heal 1. Spark level 1 is gonna hurt. Yep. That was... I'm glad I healed Basso. Oh, he gets 2 moves? I wish I had a weighted party heal. I don't. We'll use heal 2, because we really don't have a choice. We just need to have him not use Spark next round, because we need kind of a buffer period to, like, have someone on healing duty. But if it's Spark every round, we can't deal with that. Aimed at Melody. Ultimate attack. So I have a feeling what's going to happen is Spark's going to happen plus another attack on Melody. Melody's defense is not, shall we say, insanely good. We're faster than the boss, which is nice. We may need to use Spider Web with Rhodey, honestly. Spark? No, just a slash to Melody. And another slash to the face of Melody. I could use the support spell. The problem is, Melody's the one who knows it, and she's on healing duty right now, so she can't do it. Rhodey is gonna get targeted. 34. He did get a good piece of armor. Oh, speaking of a good piece of armor, we never got it! We never got the steel suit. We need to get the steel suit. That's my bad. I was about to say, I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I don't know what. Oh, Power Spark? It's more powerful than the regular. It is. It's like almost at 50 damage a person, and he's gonna slash Rhodey, right? Heal 2. Rhodey. I'm gonna have to use Spider Thread level 2, I think. How much HP does the guide say this guy has? 760? Oh, we've got to be close then. I'm just thinking extra hard because if we die here, that is a lot of progress loss. We have not saved since entering this mansion. We'd have to redo the whole mansion. I don't really like. I like feeling bosses out. I like sitting there with pen and paper, but this may have been something. This may have been a better fight to have used support at the start. And Spider Thread at the start. Well, the more you know. What we will do then is a healing herb on Melody. Basso will attack. I'm under the impression he's going to switch his target now, and he's only going to do a single attack this turn. Is my guess. Because he went pretty crazy last turn. I don't think he's going to go crazy 2 turns in a row. Aimed, yep, he's aiming. I was right. And he aimed for the person who's the most capable of taking less damage. Oh, unless he gets critical. Never mind, what do I know? Well, I'm glad he aimed at Arthur. If he was going to get a critical, then anybody else would have been devastated by that. So we'll heal Arthur to full. Don't do Spark. He's not doing Spark. Good. So he's going to normal attack Arthur and then do a subsequent attack to Arthur. Which is fine. What I'll do this turn is attack. Heal level 2 on Basso. Rhodey attack. No. Rhodey use an herb on Arthur. Basso attack. Because I feel a spark coming. Nope. Okay, I was wrong. Heal level 1 on Rhodey, attack. There we go. And goes Time Warrior. 660 gold. Steel Sword. Which we already have. Thank you. I'm pretty sure we already have that one, right? Yeah, that's the one we have equipped. I was about to say, the name seems familiar. Okay. So, doing that, going through here, lever to move something. That's going to be to open up the crypt to boss 2. which we are not doing yet. What we need to do is we need to get the steel suit, which is on this same floor. We just need to exit out the top left. So, and then we can cast return, and quite frankly, after we cast return, we need to go heal, save, all that fun stuff. We'll just go all out. Oh, we got a power lightning, so we got a critical of our own. It is rough when, you know, it is nice that spells can crit in this. It's just problematic when enemies do that. Pretty much our last chances to get the some good drops from some of these enemies. Arthur leveled up. And there's Basso's first level with us. Okay. So we need to get to... Yeah. It's funny because when I went to the room to get to actually get the clock key, we were like right next to the area we needed to go. And we just didn't do it. Oh, we got a silver tiara drop. Pretty sure we already have it, but... Yeah, that's the one that we ended up picking up. We'll give it to Basso. We will sell it. That's unfortunate because the battle armor does not appear to be duplicitous. It would just be the same one. It would just be a different one, excuse me. What kind of sense was that? I can't always play and talk at the same time. Heck, I can't even play. What am I doing? I do think there's something to be said, because as much as I talk about flow, if a game's gameplay like has a level of gravity and I can tell that it's constantly building to something and it holds my attention the entire way, because like the thing is, I like grinding in an RPG. If they can make it mainline and fun and make it feel like it's necessary in a non... I don't know how to really phrase it, like in a non like jerkish way, but just kind of like explaining like, look, you know, this is gonna be a somewhat difficult game. You should probably do this. I'll probably lean more towards it. So far, everything seems to be pretty fun. Score, I mean, like right now, I mean, it's definitely still extremely high 70s. I think it's like 78, 79. I'm very curious, like, where, like, the class changes and everything else are going to take this game. How many playable characters there are going to be. If we're going to be stuck with 6, if we're going to have a bunch more. Or stuck with 4. Can't even count numbers. So this is for Rhodey. I would have given him 9 defense in that boss fight if we had actually picked it up early. Okay, so there's that. And now the best part, we get to leave. So we're going to go ahead and escape. I think we may have to actually use return twice, because we're going to have to back out like the Simpsons meme, where we're going into a bush, and then we're going to have to actually return again. Because it's a dungeon within a dungeon. Thank you for the hydrate again, Mackenzel. Wait, no, wait, this. No, I have to walk out anyway? So... Well, that's not great. Okay, you know what? So if I go here, and now okay, so now that I walked out of that loading zone, I hit escape from dungeon. Is it going to take me to the previous screen? Okay, it actually will take me to the entrance proper. I got really scared there. I'm like, I don't really want to have to do it. If I will, you know, if I have to, I will. But because we have so much stuff we need to sell at the store, we have to heal at the end. We need to save because we haven't saved in like an hour. And then we have to do the second boss fight, which thankfully, it's just a matter of getting to the crypt, and it sounds like we're right at the boss. So let's go ahead and sell. And then I need to see if if we have anything that can improve Basso stats. We'll sell the leather robe. I guess we're selling the herb. I didn't mean to do that, but... Steel circlet for 240. Broadsword. Yeah, this is just a duplicate of a steel sword. Katana. I guess the chain suit can go away. Then Basso can sell the Silver Tiara drop, which was a really good drop because it sells for 1,500. Okay, now we'll go ahead and buy, because I need to see if we have anything for Basso. That's not for Basso. Can he take the bronze armor? We have so much money. Yeah, he actually can, so we'll give him that. Because he needs all the help he can get. I mean, I want to do this especially since I know we're fighting another boss. So we need to be ready. So we'll give him 5 extra defense with this. We may need to just try starting the battle with buffing. With Melody. I wish when you backed out of, like, the equip screen, it didn't, like, fully back you out of the store. It just took you to the last area. That way you weren't having to, like, awkwardly go through all the store dialogue again. Yeah, I think that's as good as we can get as equipment for now. We might be able to upgrade his axe, though. I think the store had 1 power axe. Yeah. So that gives him 18 more attack. I'm gonna say yeah. Okay. Now, in no particular order, except a very particular order, we're gonna go to the inn, heal up, because a lot of MP was used up. Then we're gonna go to the church, have our long-awaited save. Then we're going to try to beat the boss. Actually, I don't know if we're having... One moment. I don't know if Degrassi is being streamed today. I actually never know. I'm assuming the answer is no. Oh, I'm so used to the 30, I forgot we have a fourth party member. It's gonna raise the price of the inn. The 10 hours is less about, you know, what I played on stream and more of how long the game was left on earlier. Because it's kind of easy to grind in the game when you just have to basically move back and forth to the D-pad and have the A button available when you're in the middle of doing other things. And so sometimes the game would just kind of sit there on and I wouldn't be doing anything. So let me see here. So we need to go back. That is the castle. We do this every time. Turn around. Right through here. Yeah, so I'm thinking we aim for the boss. And then we probably end stream there. Because we explored the Forest of Aborigine, we ended up doing the mansion, and I mean taking down 2 bosses. I mean for the pace of Shining the Holy Ark, that's kind of good. I mean, considering how long dungeons are in this game. So I'm gonna pull open the Forest of Aborigine map. I think. Yeah, so we need to... We actually have not opened the path that leads to this. Yeah, actually, it's going to be right up there. So we need to make our way up there, which will take a little bit. Although, since I'm in such a hurry, depending on the encounter, I may just run from everything. We went too far. That's fine that we got into an encounter. I'm actually insanely surprised it took this long to get one. I'm wondering how like a speedrun of this game would work. I feel like it'd be miserable. I wonder if there's like some kind of a step. I mean, is there even a step route, or how would it even work? Melody got poisoned. We'll have to heal it after combat. I'm not gonna mess with it right now. There goes Rhodey's level. Yeah, so whatever the next, when we get into that boss fight, I'm gonna try to have Rhodey use Spiderweb too. I'm gonna have Melody try to do some kind of a buff spell on somebody. Although I don't know if the Spiderweb can fail. If it's just gonna be like, is it gonna be treated like a status and bosses resisted, or is it gonna be actually treated as just like a debuff, like if we were playing Shin Megami Tensei, meaning it'll apply? Guess we'll find out. Oh, we did not want that attack blocked. Okay, so now we'll go this way. We are getting extremely close to the boss. Yeah, this is definitely a game you need a guide for. There's a lot of unintuitive stuff. Like knowing you need to use the holy water in that one room, knowing you need to push furniture in that one spot, knowing you need to return that book to that bookshelf. Knowing that 90% of the items are where they are, because so many of the items are invisible and not in chests. Like a lot of unintuitive stuff. Stuck the landing. Okay, so this should take us to, if everything matches, this should take us to the boss. Underground staircase. This is what Basa was talking about as well. Wait. Oh no. Is this a dungeon? I think it is. There's a map name of it. So when it says it goes from Graveyard Catacombs to the boss, I thought literally I had to locate this place here, and then it immediately would appear back in the Aborigine. How foolish of me. Push on certain walls to reveal secret passages, pushing them once. Okay. Looks like some... We have a ring item at long last. Several stat boosting items are located here. One succubus. So we start here. What are the green... What are these? I guess I'll have to just get to one and find out. Alright. It doesn't look very long, but I don't know what the plan is for 9. It looks like we'll start something. I will egress out. If it doesn't look like we're starting something, I will just get to the end of this place, because quite frankly, this looks like a very tiny dungeon. I'm kind of annoyed there's a dungeon period, but whatever. giving me stuff. Okay, so back to the map. Sticky breath of air. Just speed, that's fine. I was more worried about doing damage than any sort of status ailment. So this is a statue. Why is this listed? Why is this even here? Let me look ahead at the Graveyard Catacombs map. It's after the Time Warrior. Okay. I don't know. We will ignore it. Item A is a lucky cookie. And then we can push through an invisible wall to get a potion. I don't care about the potion. I care about the cookie though. I want to have critical hits. They're the best. So this is the cookie. So possessions use okay, bad luck on our luck roll. We got 3 instead of the maximum of 5. 3 is the minimum. So we'll ignore that wall. We don't save, you know, we don't save and reload until we get the stat ups we want. Not anymore, I would have if I was younger. So that puts us... okay. We got turned around a little bit. We need to go this way. There's a succubus. Okay, so there's going to be an invisible wall. Coming up. Didn't even have time to get to the other one. That's fine. It's only a single vampire bat. I'm not going to miss the EXP that much. Okay, so we push the wall. This seems to be like the least laggy area because all of our attack animations are going pretty quick. Well, except for Basso's critical. That's always measurably slow. Yeah, that's the fastest combat's ever gone. Who would have thought the key is just having greystone walls like this? So there's our quick chicken. Three speed. Arthur's just not having a good day. Wait, hold up. We need to find our succubus here. Lacey? So that will increase the succubus attack power when we start. Probably even the EXP and gold yield, which is the other big reason to collect it. It just adds up over time because I'm going to be doing damage at the start of battle. Might as well get some extra EXP and gold out of it if I'm going to do it. Okay, so this leads to... E is a haste ring. We want the ring. And then there is a fairy powder, which I'm not going to bother with the fairy powder. The protect milk I am going to bother with. Because I'm probably going to get that to Melody. I'm hoping she gets heal 3 at some point because we need a party heal. It's so scary to keep having to heal people individually. I don't know a whole lot about the class changing in this game yet. I know that the church will let me do it. I don't know if there's rules about when I'm allowed to do it. If it's like level 10 only. If you can only revocate into one class or multiple classes. I know the rules for like base Shining Force. Although I also know that some of the Shining Force games introduce like items that let your class change into different classes than you're normally supposed to. So I think at basically the close of this, I'm going to have to look into the class changing aspect of this game because I may want to very well do that. Okay, so this will take us to the haste ring. Oops, that's not the right one. There's the haste ring. I mean, Basso could get it. Melody probably should equip it. How much agility do you get? Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I think, wow. That's more than... I'm really having to think here. That's more agility than I thought the ring was actually going to give. But yeah, we'll never have to worry about her not being fast enough in a boss fight to get her heal off. She will. Get back to the map. It's going to be interesting having her attack first each battle now. Dodging everywhere. Oh, we got another silver tiara drop. So that's another 1,500 gold if we sell it. Too slow. That was about like maybe 0.25 seconds too slow to hit the A button. Okay, so we need to go this way, up. Yeah, this way is going to lead to the Protect Milk, which will permanently increase somebody's defense. I feel like Melody should probably get that one. Yeah, that statue means we're going the right way. I just want to make sure I'm clear on something. Okay. That is the fairy powder. Yeah, then I don't want the other item. We already have it. Okay, last item we need to get, and then we fight the boss. And then after we do that, that'll be it. Just because it's not necessarily that I don't have more in me. It's just that the problem here is that having more in me means probably another 60-minute to 90-minute dungeon. And that I don't know if I don't think I can commit to. It's already past 9 o'clock. I know any other area I'd do would take me to like 10. If we're almost any other RPG, I'd say yes. We could probably go a little bit longer, but... Holy Ark, you gotta... ration out. No, I can't. They are spooking. So let's... Hopefully we get something higher than 3. Okay, we got the maximum roll of 5. That's very good. She needed it. I don't think that should have counted, considering I chose the one that hits left and that enemy came from the right, but sure. Sure, we'll pretend I'm a genius. Okay, so yes, this way, staircase is... I feel like this has got to be the last encounter before the boss, because the staircase is maybe about like 5 or 6 tiles away. And then it's literally inside the mansion, and the boss room is like right there. There's like no other areas to really explore, it's just the boss room. Another silver tiara drop? Why can't we get the battle arbor, man? I can't use that on anybody else. Okay. Everyone's health. How are we doing? 1 off from max, 2 off from max. Well, if I lose by like 1 or 2 HP, it's on me. But I'm not gonna waste my MP. Vampire. Alright, here we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and attack Melody. Increases allies' defense and speed. So we're gonna go ahead and cast Support on Melody. Rhodey. We're gonna try to decrease your speed with Spider's Thread level 2 and see if it even works on bosses. Basso will just normal attack. Support level 1 goes off first because we have the ring. Speed 34. We got a critical immediately for 65. Spider Thread 2. It doesn't work. Great. Good turn. 24 damage to the... I'm not going to heal it yet. I am going to go ahead and support Rhodey. I believe in you. So it says like, the description says defense and speed, but like only the speed seems to increase. Bloody Flash. 25, 22, 24, 24. Okay. We'll go ahead and cast this on Basso. That's going to be the last one. Then we need to start healing people. We need to treat these boss fights like what they are. Fights that are going to take us quite a while to beat. Energy drained? On who? 32. Okay, so 32 damage to Arthur and then recovered 32, I assume. Heal Rhodey, attack, attack. The boss seems, I'm gonna be honest, weaker than the clock guy so far. Look with entrancing eyes. Rhodey's entranced. So you're gonna attack me? Is that how that works? I will heal level 2 Arthur. I don't know what Rhodey's gonna do. I'm assuming he's gonna go rogue. Might use spells on my own party, might attack my own party, might run from battle, I don't know. Rhodey's mesmerized. Lost 32. Oh, okay, so he just willingly gives his life force over to the enemy and loses his turn. Okay, so it's gonna be an HP sponge, and it's gonna have my allies work for him. That would be a problem if Melody gets hit. Yeah, Rhodey's gonna keep giving more of his life force over. There's his party hitting move. But again, it's weaker than the last lightning attack that Boss 1 gave, so I'm not worried. It seemed like the buffing isn't really a good strategy for this fight. Because everything that it does is not, like, doesn't deal damage to defense. It seems to be more spells and things that don't deal with your defense stat at all. Rhodey's just gonna keep on. I'm wondering if that's just gonna be the whole fight. Okay, Rhodey did come back. Oh, he's doing it again. Who's getting targeted? Basso. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Take a look at the guide. Does it say how much HP this guy has? I'm assuming it's going to be more than boss. Wait, he only has 470? Okay, bye. Life candle was found. Welcome. You fight courageously. I've been waiting for you. You who are Sabato's chosen ones. You who are the mortals destined to stop the 1,000-year kingdom. I think that's a different game. Maybe with a plumber in it. Yes, I see. Can see the apostles of light shining in you three. It looks like you truly are the ones. As a reward for coming, I will give you a demonstration of my true power. Feel my strength. Replacing your lost life and energy. Okay, having it end on that made it seem like I was going to have a third boss fight, but then the sentence kept going, so I'm a little bit less scared. Thank you for the hydrate. You, who are you? I don't believe you're on the side of Enrich. Who are you to call us mortals? I'm a Vandal, similar to Rilix, but much more powerful. Why would a Vandal help us? If you were a Vandal, how can we believe you? It was Sabato who called me back into this realm. In order to understand the legend of Vandal's 1,000-year kingdom and the mystery surrounding it, he woke me and asked for help. Me, the most powerful Vandal, Galm. I do not share in the dream of rebuilding the 1,000-year kingdom. I have no need of either companions or kingdom, as long as I have my peace and freedom. I need nothing else. Sabato's request was a good chance to repay him, so that's why I agreed to help. It was left to you to determine whether or not this was possible, as all hinged on who would obtain and keep the spirits. So far, you have fulfilled our expectations of you. Fine, in return I give you my advice. In order to break the black magic of Rilix, you will need to obtain the sacred sword from the South Shrine, and you'll need it to stop the rebuilding of the 1,000-year kingdom as well. There are 3 ancient shrines in the south, west, and east of Enrich. 3 sacred treasures have been stored, 1 in each shrine. The prophecy says that the treasures are placed there for just such a contingency as that which faces you. The shrines must be visited in order of south, west, and east, as you must use the treasure acquired from one to unlock the next. Wait, the west and east shrines are fine, but how do we open the south shrine? In order to enter the first shrine in the south, you'll need something else. I summoned you for the purpose of giving it to you. Take what's inside this box. Use it when heaven and earth turn upside down. Then you should be able to conquer the shrine. Go now, solve the riddles of the South Shrine and retrieve the sacred sword. Humble Rilix's pride at Enrich Castle. Then find the other 2 sacred treasures that were left behind by the ancestors of the ancient people, who cowardly fled beyond the wall paintings. Then go to their tower and meet their guardian. He is the one who attacked me, Galm. So he is a Vandal, eh? No wonder he had such tremendous power. Now that I know my opponent was a Vandal, I haven't quite gotten my confidence back, but at least I understand what happened. It's a fact that I'm no match for him. However, I won't retreat anymore. I will repay him, someday. Well, I'm going back to town. Lisa will return from the castle soon, and I don't want her to worry about me not coming back. But I bought you all this equipment. After listening to Galm, I know now that you're on a most important mission. I wonder if that should have been... Also, did I gave him some items, right? So I guess he keeps them? Well, it's useless to speculate now. This must be destiny. This is farewell, but I feel uneasy. I've got a bad feeling about the future since you're holding all my items. If anything happens, come see us. What's wrong, Melody? You're usually so perky, and yet here you are saying things with such a serious look. Well, it doesn't sound like a joke. Okay, I'll look you up if something has happened. Well then, goodbye and thank you. Okay, shall we take off too? Yep. Well, okay. Oh, we have to... Wouldn't it be funny if I left without opening the chest? I thought, like, we got it, but I guess we didn't. So we found the gravity stone. They mentioned when heaven and earth turned upside down, so I imagine that's important. So, one moment. Yeah, so we'll worry about the mountain cave and other places later. For right now, my #1 priority is getting out. Escape. And then escape. All right. So to the inn, and then we heal, and then we end stream. Just because I cannot, I just don't have time to be able to do another area. It's already so late. The good news is I only get to pay 30 coins at the end now instead of 40. Alright, saving. It's funny that I ended up getting this backup RAM card largely for Shining Force 3, even though I ended up not liking it. Yet kneel before Zoe. I think you'll be thrown out of church for that. Alright, well I appreciate everybody stopping by. Deltarune tomorrow. Unless something quite crazy happens work-wise, let me make sure they didn't sneak any appointments. They like to do that. They like to be very, very tricky. Like Tony. Let's see. I think we should be looking about maybe a 4 o'clock start time, the latest. Yes, and well, it's more than an early birthday, Mackenzel. It actually is my birthday. But I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And although I didn't really get to, the thing is, I don't get to celebrate it until the weekend because today was mainly a work day more than a play day. But I'll be able to spend it this weekend celebrating it with family. So it's not as important like the day it falls on as it is just being able to get together with other people and be able to celebrate it. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, 38 years old now. So I'm hoping I could get some good sleep tonight because I struggled last night to fall off. Hope Michael Ironsides doesn't call you back in. I hope so too. My goodness, that'd be quite the celebrity birthday card, wouldn't it? All right. Take care, and for those of you who are interested in Deltarune, I will see you tomorrow. And for those of you who are not, I won't. Bye!